1, 2, 3.
Good.
All right, who's up?
Ever a doubt?
Ever a doubt? Well, it was interesting. A gentleman just showed me the headline from, I think, 2012,
Yep.
where the headline in the paper was, does Windsor need a mega hospital? You know, I'm so proud that we've reached this point today where we, as a province, the government has absolutely committed to the investment necessary for creating a new hospital that will serve the population of both Windsor and Essex. And in addition to the importance of that new hospital to replace aging facilities, but also to provide state-of-the-art equipment and innovations and health services. But also the conversation is continuing, right? So to look at how to maintain health services in the downtown core, to look at what more we can do for mental health services and the possibility of creating a regional center of excellence for mental health that would be located at the TAFE4 campus. Did I get that right?
Yep.
TAFE4 campus of Hotel Dieu Grace Healthcare. So there are a lot of layers to this announcement, I think, today. But two things are sure. Windsor Essex is getting a new hospital, and the government has committed to investing in it to make that happen.
Can you talk a little bit about the longevity of the urgent care in the downtown, this facility or something else?
Well, that's part of the conversation that we're having and the discussions between the ministry, the local LIN, as well as the hospitals, is to look, and again, it speaks to what I said earlier about maintaining health services, those necessary health services that are accessible to those that reside in the downtown core. There are many downtown facilities that exist here in Windsor. So we're looking at how that they might be repurposed or how we can ensure that the necessary services are provided. So that will be the conversation, no doubt, that happens in the months ahead to determine what precisely those programs and services might look like.
Possibility of adding an additional urgent care either in the west or the east end to compensate for the geographic location of the current or the planned hospital?
Well, I'm confident that the partners that are working together and having the conversations and the discussions, that they will make the right decisions for the residents of both Windsor and Essex, and make proposals on that basis of what they believe is the proper health care in the proper place and of that highest quality.
Eventually we'll get to the dollars. And so this phase, what's committed to the area for this phase of the project?
Well, so we're committed to build, so through every phase. We've provided a planning grant, I think, of $2.5 million. We enhanced that with some additional funds a few years back. And of course now we're getting into the serious dollars that we are working again with the LIN, the ministry, the hospital, Windsor Regional, but obviously with significant input and support from Hotel Dieu as well. We are looking at the programs and services that are required, what's required in terms of a build to provide those programs and services, and adding on to that what I've said earlier about the regional Center of Excellence for Mental Health, the downtown services. We will invest as a government the necessary resources to build what is required. So, and some of that we know, but some of that is still to be determined. And I think it's a critically important time as well that conversation continue in terms of other opportunities. And we're certainly open in the ministry I guess I'd phrase it this way: it's extremely important to me as minister and the Ministry of Health that we arrive at the best possible solution for the residents of Windsor Essex.
We've heard figures like $20 to $30 million. Is that within the range of expectations when you look down to things as detailed as architectural drawings and site preparation?
Well, certainly it's a very detailed process, right? And to get from this to where you have those detailed plans, it can be a very costly exercise, but we're prepared we know that we will be supporting the hospital to be able to carry through the additional remaining stages, and we'll provide the resources required to do that.
Okay. Minister, we were in a dog race with a lot of other communities throughout the province for these dollars. How important was it that We as partners with the province, both the county and city, were able to secure that 10% funding and know it was in the bank.
Well, that was critically important. You know, I think that from the moment, pretty well the moment I became health minister 3.5 years ago, I became aware of just how committed the residents and the leadership of Windsor-Essex are to this project, to this new hospital. That commitment and that passion, determination makes a big difference, and certainly the financial commitment that has been made through councils to contribute the local component, that is critically important. It's also a very clear demonstration of the commitment. So for me, it was never a matter of if, it was a matter of when to be able to reach this announcement today. I was compelled by the evidence in terms of the need for a new hospital, and I was certainly compelled by the commitment of the local communities.
Well, I guess before today, it wasn't official. It was still proposed. It wasn't coming for sure necessarily now. That's what
So now, yeah, so now it's official. We've committed to funding it. We've set aside the funding necessary. So it's in our fiscal plan, is how we refer to it as a government. And I also announced today as well that the process has moved one big step forward into stage 2, which is important. It's stage 1 often takes a long, long time. Again, it's identifying those programs and services that are required and what you might need to be able to manage those programs and services. So to move on to stage 2 is a very important development, and that I was happy to also be able to announce that today.
And I didn't hear anything about the urgent care clinic or center on Crawford and University, I believe, but there's a sign out there. Is that part of the plan as well?
So which one is that? Where
Grace thing?
The Grace.
The old Grace, yeah.
Right. So so that's part of the discussions that are taking place on going forward, right? So we've made the commitment to fund the health services required, including the new hospital. But specifically today, I said, and deliberately, that we are now continuing and deepening the discussion with regards to maintaining health services in the downtown core. What that looks like, I don't know, and that's a process that's best led, and I have to say the community process that has been undertaken throughout this over the years with regards to the new hospital has been exemplary. I don't know if I've seen a stronger community process in the province, quite frankly. So that community engagement needs to continue. The leadership that have been involved at every level on the conversation thus far needs to continue that conversation and discussion when it comes to services for the downtown core. So I'm not going to predict or preempt or suggest what that might look like, because it's obviously these are recommendations and proposals, so they're best suited by those who are closest and have the expertise to determine what they might be.
Can you talk about the process moving forward, because you've talked about decision making and who will make those decisions? Does this all come back to your desk? Will it be ministry officials? Is the LIN involved? What is the process?
So there are a number of partners. So the entire health community, of course, in Windsor, Essex. There's a particular role that Windsor Regional has taken on by virtue of what's being proposed. There's the local leadership at the council's level that are all having input, again, alongside the community process. And then really it's a lot of hard work between the hospital and the LIN and the ministry. So it's kind of, it's not only, but there's sort of that triangle of partnership that I think David had mentioned, just the amount of time that certain people have put into this in the LIN, in my ministry, in the hospital, and the leadership, broad leadership here in Windsor, Essex. So it's really a continuation of that process. And generally speaking, you know, once, so I let that process unfold, because again, those are the best people to be able to determine what those resources and what healthcare should be built here. I kind of step in if there's any problems. Hopefully there won't be. And then at the end of the day, when it does come to me, generally speaking, it has the support of all of those partners as well as the community.
Okay.